The luchadors are coming after our boys. Can you help?
Okay, this is actually a second video of survival challenges and gang ops. Oddly enough, I did this all at once in Fraps, and I just kind of like went from one to the other, and I was gonna make one long one and decided to instead do you know, two videos of this. So anyway, this one takes place right in front of the emergency room, which is an interesting place to do a whole bunch of killing. I'm sure that was Volition's thoughts as well. And this has 7 waves. This is a pretty intense one. Although it starts out very slow.
The Saints rule everywhere.
You know we.
Let's handle this face to face.
I'll tell you, I love the grenades on cars in this game. Oh, I just killed my own homie. That's what she gets for getting in the way of my grenade tosses, right?
I need cover real fast.
One tip when you're dealing with the Lucadors at a higher wanted level, wanted level, I'm talking like GTA again, at a higher notoriety, is to try and take out those specialists as quick as you can. Because the grenade launches that they have are really annoying. They squirt grenades in all directions. I'll give you a couple of tips as this goes on on how to deal with that as well. As well as how to deal with brutes. This one I deal with a lot more brutes than the other ones. The other
It's no way to fight a lady.
The other survival challenges were mostly police, I think, and mascots, but so there weren't really a lot of brutes. Now this one isn't timed like the last one in the last video. This one you have to make a certain amount of kills to get to the next level. So instead of waiting around, I'm gonna just run and go get them. By the way, I made one mistake in the last video I made. I kept thinking I was at level 50, and I wasn't. I was actually, you know, I'm using saves. I'm only at about level, I believe, 37 or 38 here. So I'm not even fully upgraded in terms of my own health and my own. It's at level 34. I just looked on the screen. I'm not even fully upgraded in terms of my own health and my own weapons and stuff. Well, the weapons I am fully upgraded. That's because that's all mostly a matter of money. See, but see how the specialist just squirts grenades all over the place? Now you notice how I didn't get stopped by the grenades because I kind of danced around the grenades and got out of the radius that he threw them at. So, you know, you notice whenever they throw those grenades, I try to get away from them before they go off because there's a little bit of a delay. Otherwise, what happens, they don't really hurt you too much, the grenades. It is a specialist. You notice how we're running right at it to stay out of the, of where he tossed the grenades at me. And they're pretty easy to kill. A few headshots and they're done. But one of the things I noticed about this game is that, if you get caught in the little radius of where he throws the grenades and they start exploding, it's not that it does so much damage to you as much as, oh, there's a brute. Now there I dealt with them cheap. Now I'm playing on hardcore. Notice how it took 3 rockets down that brute. But anyway, one of the things you're going to notice about the Lucador specialists when they shoot those little grenades at you is that if you get caught in their path while they're exploding, again, they don't do too much damage to you, but what they do is they kind of stop you, and you know, you kind of get stunned for a second. And meanwhile, it's you know, and you can't shoot or fight while that's happening. There's another specialist throwing grenades at me, and again, sometimes what I'll do is when they squirt grenades at me from a distance, sometimes the best thing to do is just charge right up on them, because the grenades will be exploding behind you, and that's really their only defense, other than if you get too close. Now I'm going to pick up the grenade launcher. Maybe it's just me, but I find this, in my hands, to be a particularly useless weapon, other than the fact that it saves ammo. Like if I'm running low on ammo during a survival wave, I'll pick it up out of pure desperation, just so that I can kill with it. But I don't find it to be a particularly useful watch. I'm squirting grenades at these guys, and yeah, you know, they're dying, but it takes too much time.
I'm always on when it counts.
One of my homies is down. I shouldn't say it's a useless weapon. It's actually not bad at all. It's just I don't find it to be as useful, say, as the shock hammer or the minigun. The shock hammer is actually a pretty awesome weapon. I don't know why I didn't make any videos with the shock hammer. I probably should. That's really sweet. Alright, so that was a pretty quickly completed survival wave. Now, just checking again to make sure the game is on hardcore. The reason is because sometimes when things seem a little easy, sometimes to fool around I toggle to normal or casual just when I'm messing around, but not when I'm doing anything important on my save.
Hey brother, I've seen the luchadors fight dozens of guys at once without breaking.
Every once in a while I'll forget. Here's another survival challenge. But every once in a while I'll forget to turn it back to hardcore, and I'll just, you know, and then, you know, then I'll have to remember to put it back there for when I'm doing real stuff on my save. All right, so here's the next challenge, survival challenge.
Damn, chipped a nail.
So we'll head over there now. Oh, that's some crappy driving right there. And again, I'm going to use my pistol because it's just like a pretty devastating weapon. Boom, cleared out the whole bunch of them. Now notice I didn't get caught. Again, I didn't get caught in those grenades because I'm constantly running around. I'm not. As soon as I see them squirting grenades at me, I run around and try to get out of that little radius. Doesn't. I notice a couple of headshots and the Luchador Specialist is down. And I'm toggling to the, these are my two favorite, like, regular combat weapons in this game. Is the dual wielded, fully upgraded incendiary Uzi, and the dual wielded fully upgraded pistols with the exploding bullets. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing like the Annihilator when you need it, and, you know, but I find, actually, oddly enough, whoops, there comes another bunch of grenades. And again, I didn't get tagged in any of those grenades because I saw where he was squirting them. It's very important to try to do that. And there's the Luchador Specialist, he's down. Okay, so that's Survival Wave 1 completed. I love all the screaming and stuff when you're going after these guys. By the way, as you can see, sometimes it's good to have homies. I only happen to have 2 now, but sometimes it's good to have a few homies with you because, well, they're pretty useless in terms of their ability to withstand damage, even at the highest upgrade. At least they're pretty good in a firefight. So you see how easily I dispatched that specialist by just shooting bullets into the car? And notice I was aiming into the windows to try and get them, as many of them dead as I could. By the way, I'm being shot at by that gang op over there because I'm very close to it, which is kind of funny. All right, and there we go again. And notice I'm shooting into the car to get rid of as many of them as possible before they even get out. Yeah, I can't stress that too much. When you're dealing with a ton of enemies coming at you, getting rid of them before they get out of the vehicle is very important, because that's just less on-the-ground enemies you have to deal with. And also, blowing up the vehicle as they're just getting out is not a bad idea either, because it takes down so many of them at once.
Wow, I mean, you scared to come out and face a girl?
Hey, look at that. I mean, they're done before they even get out of the car. Well, except for him. That he was short, you know, he was just one guy. Now, there's another tip to get rid of the brutes. If you're running low on rockets, the best thing to do is to when you see a truck with a brute coming, if you can blow the truck up before the brute gets to you. Now watch this, check. I'll get that out in a second. I'm gonna try taking out this brute without using the rocket launcher for this video. For the sake of it. Actually, I used them on two. I did use two rockets on them, but I finished them off with the. Now my health is really low, so I'm going to charge up here. They can't get me. If you see a truck with a brute coming on the back of it, or for any of the gangs, and you destroy the truck with just one shot, it'll kill the brute. But once the brute gets out, then he's a lot harder to kill. So if I'm really low on rocket launcher ammo or grenade ammo, I'll try to get the vehicle done, before the brute even gets out, so that I don't have to worry about dealing with it. See, and notice I jumped over a lot of those grenades too from that Luchador specialist. Again, for the same reason, that I could get out of the path of them. See, there's a brute. There's one, two. Look, it took three rockets to down that brute. That's again on hardcore. I think that's the 5th survival mode completed. And I'm pretty sure that if on casual it only takes 1 rocket, and I think normal it takes 2, but I'm not 100% positive about that.
You know what you're good for.
Alright, so anyway, I got done with that survival mode. So now I'm going to head over to this very adjacent gang op. Remember, these guys were shooting at me from a distance while I was taking care of the survival mode, which I found kind of humorous. But now here's something interesting. You can actually shoot these guys through the metal gratings here, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to get up close and personal if you don't want to. I mean, usually when I do this gang up, I'll run up the stairs and do it Rambo style. But just to show you guys on the video, I'm shooting right through there. Boom, that gang op done. As you can see, that was pretty darn easy. And let's see. Oh, there's another gang op, by the way, on the ship, which I'm going to head to, and might as well collect my money first. That's what I love. I love the fact that you can steal the gang in police vehicles and they can't do anything about it as long as you take off right away. I always noticed in GTA was if you stole a cop car, they would be able to pull you out a lot of times until you could pull away. But in this gang, you're up, and as long as you move quick, you're up and going before they even get up and pull you out. I'm gonna just ignore my down ponies because sometimes they're just more annoying than they're worth. They're good in combat, but they're just really annoying to try and save all the time. And notice with the incendiary double-wielded Uzi how easy these guys are to just deal with. Now, over the next few days, I'm gonna start posting up some activity walkthroughs with commentary, because I know there are some activities that people are posting on the official site they're having trouble with. Alright, so that's that. And don't forget to check out the videos of my band, Unbroken Chain, if you like Grateful Dead jam band kind of stuff. And, of course, my upcoming Saints Row videos. I'm going to do some activities, and eventually I'm going to start some missions and stuff, too, to see if that helps anybody out. Alright, have a great day.